What's going on, everybody? The Germ here, coming to you from Atlantic City, New Jersey. There are 5 casinos here on the boardwalk, and I'm going to try to walk the whole thing, get a little exercise, and I'm going to walk into each one and get one of these, a casino chip. It's my little souvenir to myself. It makes me walk from one end all the way to the other and back and walk into every casino. So I thought this would be cool. I have some from back in the day when Trump still had casinos here, and those are pretty cool because they're not here anymore. And let's get this started. Since I stayed at the Ocean last night, I already have our first casino chip, so let's go to the next casino. It is a little cold out here today. Not cold enough where I have to wear a big winter jacket, but it is pretty cold. So I did put my hat and hood on. And anyone who watched that first clip that knows Atlantic City, there's actually 6 casinos on the boardwalk, and there's also 3 off the boardwalk. The 3 off the boardwalk are Harrah's Marina, which is one of my favorites. Is Golden Nugget, which used to be the Trump Castle and then became Trump Marina, and also Borgata. Borgata is really nice too. We won't be going to those 3 just because each time you go to another one you have to pay for parking, and parking is really expensive at these. Some of them it's $10, but most of them it's $25. So we're not going to go get $1 casino chips at the 3 casinos that are not on the boardwalk. Directly after Oceans is Showboat, which used to be the last casino on the boardwalk until Revel opened, which Revel was replaced by Oceans. Showboat is no longer a casino, however, now it is a arcade, and this arcade is gigantic. I've done a video of this in the past. It's really cool. It's a lot of retro games. This was a really awesome casino at one point. They had a bowling alley, and there used to be high school bowling tournaments here and everything, but now it's just an arcade, no more casino. Most of the places I can't show you guys much inside because you're not allowed to film the slot machines or anything like that. But in here, I can show you guys around a little bit. I don't think these were here on my last visit. This is very unique. These are a lot of older pinball machines from the 50s and 60s. Pretty awesome. It's funny to see these card swipe stations on the bottom of them. Very unusual. Here's a lot of stuff from the 90s. A lot of these are off. I'm not sure if maybe they're just giving them a break or if they're not operational, or maybe they're not open yet. If you like retro video games, this is the place to go. They have such an awesome collection of games. It's like being down at the boardwalk or the Jersey Shore back in the 80s and 90s. They really have everything. They moved stuff around since the last time I've been here because I was worried when I walked in I didn't see these games, and they moved them all to the back. And believe it or not, this, what we're staying on, is actually the casino floor. So the entire casino floor, which is huge, is covered in arcade machines, pinball machines, redemption games, and a miniature golf course. Let's get back out to the boardwalk. But before we go back to the boardwalk, this is my favorite arcade machine. I love the Simpsons arcade game. I have so many good memories of this game. We are leaving Showboat and the Lucky Snake arcade to go to our next casino, which is Hard Rock Hotel Casinos next. Most of you guys have heard of this brand before. Maybe you've eaten at one of their restaurants. We're gonna go inside here. Lovely view of the garbage can. And let's go grab a chip. So you're not allowed to film in here, but I wanted to show you guys this. A flamingo slot machine. How awesome is that? What is the chances that they have a flamingo slot machine? You guys know how much I love flamingos. This is something pretty awesome that's in the Hard Rock that you can record. This is a Rolls Royce in here. I can't find any documentation on whose car this was. It's pretty cool though. I went through all the little things here unless I missed it, and I can't figure out whose it is, but they get some really cool memorabilia in these glass cases. And this is like a kind of like a free miniature museum. This is really funny in multiple ways. Does anyone remember getting these in the mail? These Publisher Clearinghouse with Ed McMahon on it. It's so funny. This one was addressed to Kurt Cobain, and this is so funny. Look how they spelled his name. Kurt Cobain. That's awesome. Love it. Here's a handwritten letter from Buddy Holly. There's the envelope right here. It looks like he was staying at the Southern Hotel in Baltimore, Maryland. Not sure if that still exists, If you guys want to read the letter, you can go ahead and pause the video. Poor Buddy Holly. All you guys probably know the story of Buddy Holly. And there is Buddy's signature. We got our next ship, the Hard Rock Casino. Awesome. And by the way, I found whose car that was. That was Elvis Presley's car. Makes sense. I've been to Graceland years and years ago, and I know he had a lot of cars. He loved transportation. Here we are at Resorts. This is going to be our third casino on our chip collection. Let's go inside and grab a chip. So this is Resorts, and one of the cool things about Resorts is they have one of the, actually not one of the first slot machine in Atlantic City. So that's number one. This is the first slot machine ever in New Jersey. So that's pretty cool in Atlantic City.
You know that
And I know that because it tells you right here, this is the first legal slot machine in Atlantic City. And it was installed at Resorts International Casino floor in 1978. It can be identified as the first machine by the number 1 on the lower right side of the cabinet. All right, let's see if we can identify this thing. All right, here it is. Oh yeah, look at that, big number 1. I guess that makes it official. So we always joke Resorts Casino is kind of where the old people go, but I'll give you guys a little tip. In the back, there are actually like a food court. There's a Haagen-Dazs back here, which isn't open right now. This place right here, Ruby's Diner. I've had breakfast here a couple times when I've stayed here, and it's actually really good. So check out Ruby's if you're looking for something good to eat for breakfast. It's not expensive, and it actually was pretty good. Just tasted just like diner food. And if you're one of these people like me that only drink certain kinds of coffee, I can't drink the Starbucks stuff. I can only drink McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts, but there's also a Dunkin' Donuts here. So if you need your fix of caffeine and you only drink Dunkin' Donuts, all the way in the back of the casino, little food court, there's Dunkin' Donuts. This is Arnold. Me and Arnold were online at Dunkin', and he's a pretty cool dude. He thought he thought we were like Bloods and Crips. He thought I was gonna give him trouble, but how old are you, Arnold? Because you look so young. 66 years old, man. And we're just sitting here chilling at Dunkin' Donuts. And, you know, when'd you move here? 18 years ago?
Yeah, I don't want to pay too much here.
Yeah.
That's great.
This guy's cool dude, though.
Me.
Absolutely, man.
Just chilling.
Yeah, we're just chilling, having some coffee.
Get ready to go to the gym.
He's going to the gym, go work out. And this guy, man, 66 years old, yo. He looks fit.
Still trying to hold it down.
All right, that is the oldest casino on the boardwalk. We got our Resorts casino chip, and these are $1. I literally spent $1 to get me to walk the whole strip here. And I met that really cool guy, Arnold. We actually sat and talked for about 10-15 minutes, and it's cool to meet people. He was born over in Brooklyn, actually moved to Atlantic City like 18 years ago. Really nice guy. So awesome to meet you, Arnold. It's always cool to meet people and listen to their stories. It's amazing, nobody's on the boardwalk. Very few people here. It's all right, I just got more boardwalk to myself now. Here's our next casino to go get a chip in Bally's. So Bally's got Bally's Wild West, Caesars is over here, so we're gonna go get chips for those ones next. Holy 1990s Batman. Holy crap. I haven't been in this entrance in a long time with Bally's, and it looks exactly like I remember it. This is so 90s. It's so retro that it's cool again. All right, I'm a little confused here. They got live entertainment. MJ Live. Didn't Michael Jackson die like 10, 11, 12 years ago? Imposter. This is super weird. So I'm in Bally's Wild West Casino, and there are arcade games in here. I remember all this being filled the last time I was here, had slot machines all over the floor. Now maybe there's a different section of the casino, but I don't know what's going on. It's really strange. And when I say arcade games, there's not very many. There is a punching machine right here. There is a kitchen game here, a Space Invaders, and then there's like 1 or 2 random slot machines over here, and video poker. I don't get what happened. Like, why is there a random Guitar Hero arcade over here? Arcade games are in really nice condition, but it's just really very bizarre. It's like they're trying to do what Lucky Snake did at the Showboat, but didn't quite pull it off. I did notice another room over to the left where there are some slot machines, but here are some of the table games. There's really nothing going on in this room. And in this area, there's a bar. There used to be a lot of slot machines in this area, and what you're seeing is the bulk of them. There's a lot of empty floor over here. It's really very odd. I remember when staying here years and years ago, going down here to Gold Tooth Gertie's and going to get a bagel. Let's see what's going on over here. I really feel like these are starting to become like abandoned places now. I don't know if this is maybe just open in the summertime, but I don't think so. All the menu boards are empty. And I don't know, I'm remembering, I feel like I remember them making donuts here too. Like they might have made donuts here. But look at this, totally empty. And this is not what I planned on doing in this video, was doing something like this, but it's just so shocking to see this. Yeah, I'm pretty confident they made the donuts. All these windows didn't have the menus on them, and it was all glass and you could see through, and they had a conveyor belt making glazed donuts. I'm pretty confident in that right there. So Bally's is all the way back there in the background. This is part of Bally's Wild West right here, but we got our chip for Bally's, and I guess it's just gonna be one chip. I didn't see any open tables in the Wild West. There were a few there, but nobody had them. So probably the same chips anyway. We're gonna go to Caesars next, and that is right here on the side. Here we are at Caesars, and we're gonna go inside, get a casino chip for this one. Now, I remember when this entrance here, back in the 90s, was Planet Hollywood. That was really cool. I think the 90s were really the heyday of Atlantic City. I remember going in here, having dinner, checking out the movie memorabilia. It was really, really an awesome experience. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you guys how to win in Atlantic City, or at least break even. Guaranteed every time. Okay, so we got 20 bucks. We're gonna put 20 bucks in. And check this out. Every single time. Look at this. Always win, 100% of the time. Look at that. Nice. We won. We won. All right, hope you guys like my little joke there. All right, another casino, another chip, Caesars. And I was hoping they would change some of these since the last time I did this, but a lot of the chips look the same, but I've never filmed this before. It's kind of disappointing. We only have one left here on the boardwalk. That is the Tropicana. Got to walk all the way to the end. And we're gonna turn around and walk back, but I'll end the video there. Well, this here used to be a casino. This was actually where the Trump Plaza was. No longer there, just a vacant lot now. I don't quite understand why they would tear something down, spend all that money to tear it down. It was not a very pretty casino, but why you would tear it down unless you had planes there. And it's interesting, you can still see all the entrances from the parking deck and from the other casino connecting the two, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So right there is the Trump Plaza's parking garage, and if you see that little octagon right there, or whatever shape that is, that was where it connected the, went over the highway. It was like a pedestrian walkway over to the casino, and it is totally gone now. All the hotel, casino, everything's gone. If I remember correctly, you could actually walk on this skywalk from Caesars to Trump, and see, just nothing is here anymore. It's so weird. I remember coming in Atlantic City off the expressway. The first thing you would see is these two giant signs, one for Caesars and one for Trump. And yeah, now all gone. Had to take my glasses off because everything was fogging up. Probably looks weird to you guys without glasses on, but this is the last casino we have to visit to get a $1 chip. That is the Tropicana Casino. This is at the south end of the boardwalk. It wasn't always the case. This wasn't always the last casino, because right over here is the Hilton. It's that one right there. And that is vacant. There is nothing in that building. It is a completely empty, out-of-date hotel tower, and it's crazy to see it this way, but it's been like that for a couple years. This is definitely one of the nicer casinos as far as like looks and style. It's pretty cool. But when I was a kid, there used to be an amusement park here in Tropicana, and right behind me, there's actually a Ferris wheel. I'm gonna try to find some images if I can. I've had a lot of trouble, but there was a Ferris wheel. I think there was a large arcade. There was like a simulator where you would ride in the space shuttle, and a very tiny roller coaster. It was really a very fun experience, and I wish it was still here because it was super cool. And there's nothing like that in Atlantic City. Well, we did it. We got our last chip. We visited all 6 casinos here on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, and that's our 6th chip. So I spent $6. Probably walked about a mile and a half, and I'm going to show you guys all the chips together. Here are all the chips together. We started out where we're staying at the Oceans Casino. Walked over to the Hard Rock, then Resorts. Then we walked over to Bally's Atlantic City, which that one's pretty cool. Caesars, and here we are at Tropicana. So that's all 6 casinos here on the boardwalk. Also cool to relive some of my memories here with you guys. I've been coming to Atlantic City basically since I was a kid. I think 87 or 88 was my first time. I was talking to one of the security guards here in the Tropicana. There actually used to be an amusement park in here, which I was telling you guys about. I couldn't find a lot on it, but when I mentioned it, he was like, wow. It was kind of cool to hear somebody else remember it. It was called Tivoli Pier, and it wasn't very successful. I don't know if these are the exact years, but he said 88 to 1992 is when it was here, and they had a Ferris wheel, small, maybe 12-car Ferris wheel inside. There was like a space shuttle simulator, maybe some bumper cars in the basement. Things like that. There is nothing left. They have totally revamped this place several times since then, and it's a shame that we can't see anything from that, but I'd love to know if anyone else had that memory here when it was Trop World and Tivoli Pier. I remember I only came here one time and enjoyed that, but it was super cool. I always loved amusements, but it was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to do. It was a little bit different. I am the Germ. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit your notification button so when I post a video, you guys get notified. Thanks so much for watching. The Germ. Love you guys. See you in the next video.